Oh wow, look at that. I guess I will make a video. A long one. Um, Not too long, I hope. But we'll see what happens. Today is Monday, July 25th, I believe. See how in tune I am. Oh, snap it is. Monday, July 25th, 2022. It's 7:55 in the afternoon. I'm here in the office, and as you can probably tell from my face and how fucking red it is, I just finished crying right now. I was not having a good time in here for a little while. I was very upset. I'm still very upset, to be honest. But I'm deciding to make a video instead of just crying, because it's like crying helps, but it's like you have to get to a certain point within your body where you feel like a relief in order to like stop crying and feel better. And I haven't been able to do that in a while. Like, I could cry, but I won't really feel like like that big sense of relief. Like, maybe it's a little where I'm not as irritated or whatever, but I'm still not, I don't feel relieved. And I haven't really felt relieved in a while from crying, because I have to cry for too fucking long these days, like, to get a sense of feeling lighter, where I'm carrying myself a little higher and not dragging my feet along as I'm walking everywhere so much. Yeah, I take like hours now to get to that level. Like, at least an hour. Probably a lot more though. The last time I did it, it was like almost 2 hours actually. It was like 1 hour and 45 minutes or something that I was just crying, purging. I call it purging at that point. And I felt some relief after. I could breathe deeper, and I felt warmth in my chest again. But yeah, I haven't been able to get there in a while. Mostly because I'm not letting myself cry as much, because I've realized that I've just wasted too much time crying. Like, literally, like, I wasted so much of my life just crying and crying and crying and crying, because I just, it's just a form of relief. It's therapy at a certain point, and it helps you feel better, if you do it long enough. But it's just taking me too long, and I keep repeating myself just because it's just baffles me, like, how long it takes me these days. Because I mean, when I was little, I used to have fits of crying where I would like stay mad for hours and hours, but I wasn't crying like the whole 2-3 hours, that I was angry or whatever. However long I was angry, I wasn't crying the whole time. I'm talking about actual non-stop weeping, like weeping, like literal sobbing and yelling, screaming, crying, ugly crying. Yeah, I've never done it like that before when I was younger, otherwise. So it's like I'm getting to a point where I'm like, okay, you need to figure this out in a different way. You can't just cry all the time. Like, I know it's not a bad thing in its natural or wholesome form. It's it's good for the body, but good for the soul. But I have things that I want to do, and that I need to do, things, important things, and important people that I need to invest my time in, my life in. And I can't be, I can't be allowing myself to just waste so much time crying and crying and crying and crying. I can't, not just for the fact that I really truly believe that my daughter feels every single time where I'm like that. Like she senses that I'm like that, and it affects her, even if I'm not around. For that reason alone, it makes me not want to cry anymore. But on top of that, it's like the time I'm wasting is just like ridiculous. It's fucking beyond capacity already of my procrastination threshold. I need to fucking stop and get to work, like really. And I have a hard time when I'm interrupted, with stupid little dramas in my life that play out that I have to deal with. On top of all that, it's fucking stressful. Oh, and yeah, it upsets me, and crying is a good way to get it out, but it just takes too long. So I've, made this new, I guess, categorization in my head where I'm not exactly, I'm feeling everything, as it's coming up to the top, like to start getting pushed out through my tears and my nostrils and my mouth and everything on my spit. And I start to like filter it in my mind as, okay, this added to the agenda, basically the agenda of Karmic Quirks to heal, figure out a way to heal from this through Karmic Quirks, different agendas, different sectors, different portals, factor it in those things. That's what I'm telling myself to do, subconsciously, and hopefully it comes through consciously. Oh my god. I'm just so fucking exhausted. It's exhausting. On the personal side, one of the things that I'm dealing with right now is if I should stay or if I should go. Should I stay here tonight with my baby, risk another fuse being blown by one of us, me or Marco, I should say, because it could happen either way at this point. And risk, us fighting, or should I go and just take a break for the night and wake up tomorrow hopefully in a better mood? I don't know what to do.